is not here.
All right. Welcome to Hanna Somatic Education on this beautiful sunny day in Boulder Creek, California. Uh, let's all lay down on the floor and going to that deeper place within and taking a few deep breaths in and out and just grounding down into the floor. With Hanna Somatics, we're going more into our parasympathetic nervous system, working in that mind-body connection, working in the motor cortex and the corticospinal tract. And so paying attention to your contraction and slow release of your muscles. And always moving in your comfort zone, as well as exploring your range of movement. So allowing your breath to come in, inhaling and exhaling, allowing your whole body to drop into the earth. And relaxing your eyes, closing your eyes, relaxing behind your eyes and in between your ears. Really allowing your whole body to feel your breath. Where does your breath move you as you inhale and exhale? And relaxing between your ears and your throat and your jaw. And as you're inhaling and exhaling, breathing into those areas that seem open for you and allowing those open areas to just keep expanding. So serving your throat, coming down into your clavicle and into your shoulders. And noticing the muscles around your shoulders, coming down into your elbows, into your wrists and fingers. How does one muscle attach from your shoulder all the way to your elbow, and then another muscle coming down into your wrist? So just exploring how your muscles attach into your joints. From your shoulders into your fingers. And keep breathing. And as you're laying on the ground, on the floor, the floor becomes your feedback tool. So you're sensing yourself on the floor. So let's come to your back, noticing how either side of your back feels against the floor. What parts of you lift off of the floor and what parts of you meet the floor. And keep breathing and relaxing. So noticing your shoulders and in between your shoulder blades. And then noticing your rib cage. So, how do your shoulder blades and your rib cage relate to each other? And then moving down your spine into your sacrum and your pelvis. And notice how your hips meet the floor. And noticing the back of your hips and circling around to the waist, how your waist comes down into your hips. And then circling around to the front of your body, your abdomen. And taking your hands and just placing them on your belly. And bring your pointer fingers together and your thumbs together to make a diamond that is somewhere in your belly that seems to make sense to you. And let's take a few deep breaths in and out into your diamond shape. Feeling your belly expand. And then as you exhale, your belly sinks. And noticing the base of your rib cage. As you inhale, your lungs inflate and your diaphragm, like an umbrella, sitting at the base of your rib cage, going all the way around to the back of your spine. And as you inhale, your diaphragm moves down toward your feet. And then as you exhale, that diaphragm moves back up toward your head. And it can be a very small movement. Take a few more deep breaths in and out through your diamond. Kind of feeling a 3D breath. Keep relaxing. And you can also bring the back of your hands to your rib cage, at the bottom of your rib cage to your waist, and breathe into your hands there for a few breaths. Feeling the ribs and the waist expand. And then also release. Feeling as if you're kind of pushing your hands out with your breath to the sides of your body. And then you can let your arms just relax on the floor and just notice if there is any changes with the relationship of your body against the floor or different sensations from just doing the breathing. And let's move down into our pelvic bowl, noticing our pubic bone and the muscles coming up into our pelvis from our legs. And how do our legs come up into our pelvis? Coming around from the front, all the way around to the sides, and all the way to the back of our legs, and then to the inside of our legs. And let's gently roll our legs inward at our hips and slowly let that relax. So just noticing the rolling in of your legs and slowly releasing. How does that effect all the way up through your somatic center, all the way up to the periphery of your body, so up to your head and into your arms and fingers. And slowly let that internal rotation slowly release. Let's do that one more time, rolling your legs inward, noticing what muscles do you recruit from the rest of your body in order to roll your legs inward, and slowly let that release and relax all the way. And doing one baby one to end. Hold it for a second. Take a deep breath in and out. And then release on your exhale. Relaxing completely. Moving down the back of your legs and noticing how your legs meet the floor. So going down your hamstrings, the back of your knees. Maybe there's areas that lift off of the floor. Maybe things are just changing as we go through these small little movements with your legs. Has things changed a little bit? And then let's go ahead and bend our legs one at a time so our feet are flat on the floor, and have your knees just a little wider than your feet. And we're going to do belly chest breathing. So inhaling and exhaling through your mouth. Inhaling first into your belly and then bringing it up into your chest. And on the exhale, just pronouncing the sound ha, or a sigh. So doing what feels good to you, inhaling and exhaling through your mouth. Ha. And opening your mouth as wide as you feel comfortable. You can place one hand on your belly, one hand on your chest if you would like, or you can keep your hands down by your side. So this is for oxygenating our bodies, really allowing a deeper sense of relaxation in our abdomen. We're oxygenating our whole bodies. And by opening our mouth to comfort and relaxing our throat and the back of our neck as we breathe. So this will bump up against our breathing habitual pattern that we hold in our bodies. So find that level of ha that works and vibrates within your being. Good. And we're going to do this for 3 or 4 full more minutes. And stay in your own process. As you inhale into your belly and bring it up into your chest, your belly might come in a little bit like a wave. And on your exhale, everything just sinks in the belly, relaxing your chest all the way and your belly, all the way down into your groin. And keep relaxing. Allowing your jaw to keep relaxing, and explore how open you can bring your jaw and keeping your throat and the back of your neck relaxed. Ha. Ha.
Ha. Ha. Ha.
Start to feel the connection of your throat and your mouth connected to your pelvic floor. Keep relaxing and breathing. Good. Finding that connection all the way down. And your ha might come from different chakras, so just allowing your experience and exploration be your guide.
Ha. 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 Ha.
So if emotions start to come up with this breathing, just notice it, not judging it, but just keep with your breathing. And as we learn how this breathing taps into that emotional nature, can give us a little bit of feedback as to how we're feeling. Frustration might come up, anger might come up, tears might come up, and it's all okay, no matter what you're feeling. Good. Slowly finishing up the breath you're on and allowing your body to rest and letting your legs come down one at a time. And just notice how this breathing, the beginnings of Reiki and breath work, helps your body to sense itself and noticing any changes that happen with the feedback from the floor. Letting all your cells just receive all that good oxygen. And as we go forward in our somatic practice, always moving in your comfort, never forcing or pushing, but you can explore your range of movement, focusing in on that pandiculation of contract, slow release, contract, slow release, contract, slow release, so that you can let those muscles have more voluntary control and flexibility. So let's go ahead and bend your legs one at a time, feet flat on the floor, and just noticing coming back to your breath. And we're going to begin with arch and flatten. So inhaling, feeling your pelvis roll away from you, and slowly letting that release and relax. And then either continuing your exhale to feel your belly muscles contract. Inhale to slowly release your belly muscles. And going back and forth between exploring your back muscles and your belly muscles, differentiating how you switch over from your relaxing your back muscles completely and then engaging your belly muscles. Inhale to arch, exhale to curl. Inhale to slowly release if you like, but you can inhale and exhale as many times as you need to. So when you inhale and arch, your pelvis rolls away from you, your tailbone presses into the floor a little bit, and then slowly releasing that. And as you flatten, your low back lengthens and you feel your belly muscles contract. Inhale to slowly release your belly muscles. And you might start to notice your connection with your legs, how your arch and flatten might engage a certain amount of a leg contraction, or also shoulder contraction. So as you go into flexion in your belly muscles, do you feel muscles in your chest contracting? Well, then slowly release your belly and chest, letting your shoulders relax. Maybe when you arch, maybe your shoulders want to roll back a little bit. Slowly releasing whatever you feel you engaged. Inhaling and exhaling. And then slowly finishing up the one that you're on. And gently rolling your head to the right and just noticing what does it take in order to roll your head. Slowly let your head relax back to center line from the crown of your head to your tailbone. And start to become aware of what's happening in your shoulder, in the front of your shoulder. Does your shoulder and head have a connection? Slowly let your head release back to center. Rolling your head again to the right, staying to your right. And this time, start to notice, okay, shoulder moving down to your hip. Do you feel anything happening in your hip? Does your hip seem to be hiking toward your armpit? Slowly releasing all the way back to center. And let's roll again to the right and actively hike our right hip towards our armpit. And just notice that shoulder and hip connection and your head and neck. Slowly let your head release back to that center line, relaxing your shoulder and hip all the way. And you can bring your awareness to any part of this that you wish. Inhaling. Wherever you seem to be contracting is probably where you need to be bringing your focus. And slowly release from wherever you finished your contraction. Slowly release that, coming back to center. And try doing some that are very small, releasing all the way. And then also use your breath to breathe into your left side when you roll your head for a couple times. Maybe bringing it to your left lung and releasing, or your left lower rib or your left lower hip. Letting yourself come all the way back to center, finishing up the one that you're on your right side. Letting your whole right side release and relax. And just notice how you feel head to toe on your right side. And then let's move over to rolling our head to the left. So we're not spinning our head, we're just rolling to comfort. And then slowly letting it roll back to center and relax all the way. So what muscles in your head and neck and shoulder? Maybe you even feel parts of your right side wanting to get involved. Slowly letting your head release back to center. Relaxing from head to toe. And then gently noticing what's happening in your shoulder and rib cage as you roll your head. Inhale into your opposite side to bring a little dynamic nature to your rolling of your head. Always coming back to that center line. And then now moving to your waist on your left side. Feeling into your left waist, maybe your back or your belly gets involved. Slowly release your hip. And on your next one, actively engage your hip toward your armpit, breathing into your right side. Slowly releasing your hip to shoulder connection. Maybe you even feel hip flexors getting engaged. And let's do a few small ones to end. Just breathing into your right side. Maybe your right upper shoulder area, rib cage, mid waist, or breathing into your lower right hip. And slowly finishing up the last small one you're on, and let your legs come down one at a time. And just notice how your body is changing its relationship to the floor. All right, let's go ahead, bend our legs again. So just getting that quick little feedback. I had a request for upper body and head, neck, and shoulder stuff. So we're going to bring our hands holding our elbows in front of our chest. We're going to keep our upper shoulders relaxed as much as you can. You're holding your elbows and you're making this rectangle in front of your chest. And we're going to gently just let our elbows sink in one direction and let our head follow it. And we can follow it with our eyes, keeping our opposite shoulder as much on the floor as you can. So keeping your shoulders on the floor. And we're going to just slowly go from side to side, letting our elbows sink and letting our head roll to go with our elbows sinking in one direction. Inhale to come up, exhale to let your elbows sink. And always pausing in that center line to see if there's anything else that you want to let go of. And just feel that movement around your rib cage, your shoulder blades. Keep breathing and just exploring. It's not how far you go over, but it's exploring how your rib cage is moving around your upper body, your head, neck, and shoulder moving in the same direction. It's like your rectangle becomes a trapezoid. I think that is when you start to let your elbows sink and let your head go in opposite direction. Yeah. And you can explore a range of movement. Good. And go ahead and finishing up the exploration that you're on. Let your elbows bend and drop down to the floor again. And we're going to do an arch and curl ipsilateral. So bring one hand behind your head. And if your elbow doesn't come all the way to the floor, you can use the block and support your elbow or your blanket. And always supporting yourself any way that you need to. So we're going to incorporate the arch and flatten with our arch and curl ipsilateral. So we're going to inhale and arch first. We can look behind us. So we're in our back body. And then slowly let our back body release. And then engage our belly muscles, bringing our same side knee towards our chest, bringing our elbow and same side knee towards each other. We can look to our knee and then slowly release foot to floor and elbow out. Or you can release foot to floor and slowly let your same side leg slowly go long. Good. Relax your whole side. And let's do that 2 more times. So you can begin either with both feet flat on the floor, or you can bring your opposite knee at your chest. And your hand can reach across just to support your knee, not pulling your knee towards your chest. So we're going to inhale and arch, look behind us. Slowly let our arch release. Bring our elbow in, contracting our belly muscles to be what lifts our head, to bring our elbow and knee towards each other, just to comfort. Release foot to floor or foot to floor, and slowly let your legs slide out as you release your elbow. So timing your leg and elbow release will give you a little bit more feedback. So let's go ahead and finish up our third one wherever you're at. Inhale to arch, look behind you, slowly release, then look toward your knee. Use your belly muscles to lift your head if you want to go into the curl. Slowly release, foot to floor, and slowly slide straight with your elbow relaxing. Relax that whole side. And go back into your body scan, noticing how releasing one side feels. And then let's bend our legs again one at a time. Bring your opposite hand behind your head. And we'll do 3 on this one. Arch and curl ipsilateral. So inhale to arch. Slowly release your arch. Bring your elbow in. Engage your belly muscles. Bring your knee into comfort. You can reach across to help guide your knee towards your chest. Your other foot is supporting you, standing on the floor. Slowly release your foot to the floor or slowly slide straight with the release of your elbow out. Take a deep breath in and out on your side. And then when you're ready, let's do 2 more. Either with both feet flat on the floor or your knee at your chest. Inhale to arch, look behind you. Slowly release that arch. Engage your belly muscles, bringing your elbow in. Curling just to comfort. Slowly release foot to floor or foot to floor and slowly slide straight. Good. And let's do a total of 3. And when you're done with your 3, you can slowly let your both legs come down and just see if you evened out from side to side. And then when you're ready, let's bend our legs and roll onto our bellies. So we're going to roll onto our bellies effortlessly, bringing our forehead on the back of our hands or supporting your forehead on the blanket rolled up, leaving enough space that your nose isn't smashed into the floor. And let's do a few Reichian breath works. So let's do this for about a minute, inhaling and exhaling through our mouth. Just letting everything sink into the earth. Feeling your belly on the earth. This is wonderful if you've had a frustrating day. Just letting everything go into the earth. A quick recalibration to come back to our humbled self. And back to our breath. And so finishing up the ha breath you're on, and gently press through your hands to figure out which direction you want to turn your head in. So which direction is the easiest direction to turn your head? And let's turn to that side. And your hand is going to be underneath your bottom cheek, and you're going to bring your opposite hand down by your side. And you have a little C curve going on in the direction that you're looking in. And we're going to gently visualize ourselves lifting our elbow, head, and hand as a unit, looking over your shoulder and lengthening and lifting your opposite leg. And when you're ready, go ahead and lift your elbow, head, and hand as a unit, and lengthening and lifting your opposite leg. And giving yourself permission to relax all the way. So you're going to notice that that side of your back is going to be engaging, the one that you're looking towards. And it's going to cross over into your gluteals and into your opposite leg. So this is your contralateral extension that helps to propel you forward in space. Inhale to come up, exhale to come down. And giving yourself that second permission to relax deeper on either side of your spine, all the way down into your glutes and hamstrings. And when you lengthen and lift your leg, if you adduct or bring your leg a little bit to your center line, you'll feel more of the adductors on the inside of your leg, and slowly release those as you come back to the floor, relaxing hamstring and gluteals all the way. Good. Slowly finishing the one that you're on. And before you turn your head, we're going to bring your opposite arm back up underneath your head and press through your hands to gently pick your head up and turn it to the other side. And then we'll switch, bring that opposite arm down by your side. You're looking towards your bent elbow, and visualize yourself again lifting your elbow, your head, your hand as a unit, looking over your shoulder and lengthening and lifting your opposite leg. And then when you feel comfortable, start to dialogue with that contralateral extension. So you're lifting your opposite leg. Inhale to come up, exhale to come down. So you're lifting your elbow, head, and hand, looking over your shoulder. Maybe you want to look over, kind of trying to gaze towards your opposite hip or opposite heel, I mean. You might not see it. And also playing around with your adduction, knitting your leg a little bit towards center to feel your adduction. And giving yourself permission to relax deeper. Slowly releasing. And finishing up the one that you're on. Giving yourself that second permission to relax your each vertebra and all the little muscles that are going down your spine. And then when you're ready, bring your opposite arm up first. Press through your hands. Bring your forehead back to center, face down on your mat. And we're going to feel both sides of our back contract and lengthen and lift both of our legs. So bring your legs together in a comfortable position. Your forehead is face down on your hands, and your hands and elbows are going to remain on the floor. We're going to gently come into kind of a swan dive, keeping the back of our neck long, but extending out through the crown of our head, feeling the strength in our legs to go away from us. And so we're lengthening and lifting both legs off of the floor, feeling both sides of our back contract, along with our gluteal muscles, and slowly releasing that full extension and relaxing back down to the floor all the way, relaxing your whole back. So make this an exploration of your spine and how you can extend and feel the contraction on both sides of your back, going all the way down to your tailbone, glutes, and slowly let that all release until you relax all the way. Take a deep breath in and out, finishing up the one that you're on. And then when you're ready, let's go ahead and roll onto our backs. And so coming back to our body scan, or that relationship with the floor, and noticing how our bodies meet the floor again. Just giving yourself to feel like you've had a load lifted off of your body. Relaxing our extensor muscles can really feel like we've taken a load off of our back. And then let's slowly go into an arch and curl diagonal this time. So let's bend our legs one at a time. Support your head as you need to, and your elbows. And so this time, bring one hand behind your head. You can start with both feet flat on the floor if you would like, or your opposite knee at your chest, with your same side hand either in front of your knee or behind your knee or on the side, just to guide. It's not there to yank on your knee towards your chest. So we're going to inhale and arch, let our eyes look behind us. We can tilt our nose back. And then slowly let our back release all the way. Then bring your elbow in. Feel your belly muscles be what lifts your head. Elbow and knee comes towards each other. Slowly release foot to floor. Or you can slowly let your legs slide straight all the way. And let's do that 2 more times. Either starting with both feet on the floor or one knee at your chest, or your opposite knee, I should say. Inhale to arch, feel your back body. Slowly let that diagonal release. Bring your elbow in, elbow and knee comes towards each other. Your opposite foot is really there to help support you. So being aware of your foot on the floor can give you different release. And when you're done with 3, stretch out and relax for a moment. And when you're ready, let's go ahead and bend our legs again, and we'll switch our arms. And now we'll be working with our opposite diagonal. Inhale to arch. Your elbow can be going into the floor a little bit, feeling the opposite shoulder and hip in the back. Slowly let your back body release, then engage your belly muscles. Let your belly muscles be what brings your knee towards your chest. And you don't even really have to lift your head if you feel as though going into the curl is too much. You only want to go into the curl as far as your back muscles are going to allow you without yanking. So let's do a total of 3. Inhale to arch. Exhale to curl. Your hands just there for guidance. You're really being aware of shoulder and opposite hip coming towards each other in the curl. And when you're done with 3, go ahead and stretch out and relax for a moment. And just notice how things might have evened out a little bit or feels a little different. And then slowly, let's roll onto our side. So we're going to bring our blanket so that it's rolled up kind of like a burrito, a low-lying burrito. And you're going to be laying in a chair on your side so you can see your toes just past your knees. And we're going to bring our top hand on our top shoulder, pointing our elbow to the ceiling. And so we're going to get in touch with our shoulder joint and how it relates to our torso. So we're going to slowly let our top elbow come to the floor in front of us, and our whole upper body is going to come towards the floor a little bit more. We're going to be rolling our face towards the floor. And we're going to gently press our elbow down into the floor and just notice our belly muscles. Slowly release our belly muscles and our shoulder. So everything is done with the least amount of effort. So don't over press or over twist. So we're going to bring our elbow back through the horizon that is a little towards our feet. So our elbow is going to be pointing towards our feet, and we're going to open our elbow and start rolling to face up. And our elbow is tracing the horizon of the sunrise. And then slowly lift your top knee, bringing your top foot to the floor and opening up into a twist just to comfort. And you can let your arm open up so the back of your hand comes to the floor behind you. You're looking straight up. We're going to take a deep breath, inhale and exhale here. And just notice that connection between your arm that is behind you and your opposite hip and torso, that connection. And then let's bend your elbow again. Put your hand on your shoulder and use your belly muscles to roll you back onto your side, sitting in a chair on your side, bringing your elbow back through that horizon. So the horizon of the lower angle, and bring your elbow back to the floor in front of you. Gently press your elbow down in front of you onto the floor and relax your belly and shoulder connection there. Let's slowly lift your elbow, bring your hand back to your shoulder. Now point your elbow straight up towards the sky, like high noon. Slowly opening your chest and letting your elbow sink behind you. Opening your knees, letting your top foot come to standing. Slowly opening your chest and your belly and letting your back of your hand float to the floor behind you. Now at a little bit of a different angle. Your face up. Let's inhale and exhale deeply here. And then let's take one more. Inhale and exhale and gently lengthen through the fingertips behind you. Lengthening away and noticing how that kind of engages your back body, right? Slowly let that back body release. And then bringing your hand, bending your elbow again, hand on your shoulder. Use your belly muscles to roll yourself back to through that high noon with your shoulder joint. And then coming to rest your elbow in front of you on the floor. Take a deep breath in and out and rest. And then on your next inhale, gently you can press your elbow into the floor, feeling that front belly contraction and shoulder connection, and release. And then this next pass through, we're going to have our elbow kind of pointing a little bit above our shoulder. So we're going to slowly lift our elbow up, placing our hand on our shoulder anywhere that's comfortable. And our elbow is going to move through that 2 o'clock or that later afternoon kind of place. And then slowly open your knees so your top knee opens up. Your elbow is now coming a little bit more behind you and a little higher up. And opening your arm palm up, face up now. Inhale deeply. Exhale completely. And then on this next inhale, reach with your palm, your fingers away from you. Feeling the back of your body a little bit engaged. Slowly release your back body and that reach. And then bend your elbow again, hand on your shoulder. Come back through. Use your belly muscles to roll yourself back through that angle of your elbow at noon. At 2 o'clock or 1 o'clock, wherever is comfortable. Slowly come back onto your side. Rest your elbow into the floor. Press your elbow into the floor and relax it. And take a deep breath in and out. And then let's do our traditional side bend. So support your head how you need to. Maybe your head can be a little bit more in alignment with your spine on your side. So always paying attention to supporting yourself the way you need to. And bring your top arm cradling the crown of your head, and we'll be using our waist muscles. So we're going to lift your top foot, keeping your knees together, and bring your armpit toward your hip. hip toward your armpit. Gently, slowly let your waist relax. And you can pay special attention to that rib and shoulder joint. Barely lifting, slowly release. Inhale to go into it, slowly exhale, relaxing all the way. And relaxing, finishing up the one that you're on. And bring your palms together in front of you like a temple, straight out in front of your chest. Your palms are together in a prayer mode. And let's just gently slide our top palm forward a little bit and relax. And then let's slide our top hand inward, just above the wrist, and feel that movement between your top shoulder and bottom shoulder. And go back and forth, sliding your hands together a little bit away. And then, so you're going east and west, sliding your hands just to comfort, relaxing in between each. So that might be another way of getting in touch with your shoulder, your top and bottom shoulder connection, and your rib cage rolling on the floor. Let's go ahead and finish up the one you're on, and let's roll onto our back and see how that side feels compared to your other one. So you probably feel a little different from side to side, so just taking that input in, that feedback. And then when you're ready, let's roll onto our opposite side. Put your pillow in that low-lying burrito shape. And we're going to have your bottom arm wherever is comfortable for you. So your top arm is going to be on the floor in front of you, your elbow on the floor. Your face is more into the floor or into your blanket, whatever is most comfortable for you. You're going to gently press into the floor with your elbow, feel that front body contraction, and slowly let that release all the way. So feeling that shoulder connection into your somatic center. And then slowly we're going to lift your elbow, place your hand on your shoulder, and your elbow is pointing at that 10 o'clock or that sunset kind of lower. And slowly move through that horizon, slowly opening your knees, top foot comes to the floor, and your elbow comes to the floor behind you, opening up into a twist, face up, palm up onto the floor behind you. Inhale deeply, exhale completely. Always modify this if you need to. Let's take another inhale and just expand the palm of your hand. Reach away from you, the arm that is behind you, very gently. Maybe feeling that back connection into your lower hip. Slowly release that all the way. Then bend your elbow that's behind you again. Hand on your shoulder. Use your belly muscles to roll yourself back onto your side. Coming back to elbow on the floor in front of you. You're a little rolled forward. Gently press your elbow into the floor now and relax it. Feeling that rib and belly shoulder connection. And then when you're ready, lift your elbow, hand on your top shoulder, slowly opening in high noon with the point of your elbow, slowly opening up your chest. Foot comes to the floor, knee to pointing towards the ceiling, opening up, elbows a little bit higher up behind you, opening up your chest, palm up behind you. Inhale deeply, exhale completely, and then on your next inhale, lengthen through your fingertips, lengthening your arm away from you a little bit, feeling maybe back body. Slowly let the back release all the way. And then bend your elbow again. Hand on your shoulder. Use your belly muscles to roll yourself through high noon again. Back onto your side. Elbow in front of you on the floor. Pause for a moment. And then when you're ready, engage, elbow into the floor, pressing and releasing. And relax. All right, this is our last pass. Lift your elbow. Now your elbow's more at 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock, a little bit higher than your shoulder. Opening chest up, lifting top knee. Top foot comes to the floor, opening up to face up to your comfort. Elbow it to the floor, opening up the palm of your hand. Take a deep breath in and out. Exhale completely. And then on your next inhale, reach away with your arm behind, lengthening away from you, feeling that arm extending, feeling the back body. Slowly release, relaxing completely. And then bending your elbow one more time. Elbow coming through space with your belly muscles engaged to roll you through that 1 or 2 o'clock. Back onto your side. Elbow in front of you. And one last press of your elbow on the floor in front of you and relax it. Good. Take a deep moment of relaxation, and then when you're ready, make that support underneath your head for our final side bending. Bringing your top hand, cradling the crown of your head. Inhale to use your waist muscles to lift your head. Slowly release your waist all the way. You can feel into your rib cage. Doing very tiny ones. And doing about 3 or 4 of those. And gently rolling, finishing up the one on your back, rolling onto your back when you're ready. And so going back into your body scan when you're ready and noticing yourself from side to side. Noticing if you evened out. Let's take a few deep breaths in and out, relaxing completely. And then let's bend our legs again when you're ready. And your arms are out in a T formation. And not too high, not too low, but somewhere that's comfortable for you. And we're going to roll our arms on the floor, looking to palm up and letting our opposite arm go roll palm down. Letting our knees just sink to comfort. You're looking towards your palm, let his palm up. Slowly let that release, coming back into that center line. So let's do just a few simple twists, just to your comfort. Inhaling and exhaling as many times as you need to. Inhale to come up. Exhale to let your knees sink over. Noticing that shoulder connection. One shoulder rolling back, the other one rolling forward, just to comfort. Letting your knees sink over as far as this side of your body will allow you comfortably. Inhale to come up. You can also come up one knee at a time, and you can let one knee come down at a time. Like your barrel rolling across your pelvis. Slowly letting yourself pause in your center. Just letting the feedback come into your whole soma. And when you're ready, finishing up the one that you're on. And let's finish with arch and curl diagonal. It's a great balancing exercise. And so we'll do this and then we'll go into our laying down meditation. So bring one hand behind your head and being aware of that center line, how you're using your diagonal between your shoulder and opposite hip. So let's either start with both feet flat on the floor or your opposite knee at your chest to inhale and arch. You can look behind you if you'd like. Slowly let your arch release and then engage your belly muscles to bring elbow and knee towards each other. You can go into the curl or not, depending on what your body wants from you. Slowly release foot to floor or foot to floor and extend your legs straight. And let's just do 3 on each diagonal. And when you're done with your 3, let's go ahead and switch. Bring your opposite hand behind your head. Now you're paying attention to now your opposite diagonal. Inhale to arch. Exhale to curl. Hand is just there for support of your knee. Letting your knee coming to your chest with your belly and flexors. And when you're done with your three, support yourself any way that you need to. So you can put a bolster underneath your knees or however you want to set yourself up. And this is a exercise or a practice in a progressive full body relaxation practice called pratyahara. So allowing me to be your voice, closing your eyes. I am relaxing my head. My head is relaxing. I am relaxing my head. I am relaxing my arms. My arms are relaxing. I am relaxing my arms. I am relaxing my back. My back is relaxing. I am relaxing my back. I am relaxing my belly and chest. My belly and chest are relaxing. I am relaxing my belly and chest. I am relaxing my pelvis. My pelvis and all of my organs are relaxing. I am relaxing my pelvis and all of my organs. I am relaxing my legs, My legs are relaxing. I am relaxing my legs. I am relaxing my feet. My feet are relaxing. I am relaxing my feet. I am relaxing my entire body like water washing over me, cleansing every cell in my being. Knowing that all of my cells know how to receive and let go, bringing oxygen and nutrients in and waste out. And slowly, slowly, knowing you can always come back to this place. So wiggling your fingers and toes and moving your joints like you would a baby's joint, really gently and fluidly, slowly, slowly, starting to get in touch with moving your somatic center a little bit from your shoulders, hips, maybe rolling your head, coming back into your body, and slowly making your way onto your side. Taking a moment on your side, a few deep breaths in and out. Just letting everything go into the earth. Anything that you want to let go of. And then if there's something from the earth that you want to pick up, and just instilling that in your mind, body, and spirit. And then slowly helping yourself up with your arms to come to a seated position. And support yourself as you need to. And we're going to do 3 ohms to end our Hanna Somatic Education class today. Staying with your quiet self and bringing yourself into the prayer position, bringing your thumbs at your breastbone, that sea of tranquility here, feeling your palms together, your fingers together, gently. And as we do our ohms together today, finding that ease, finding that relaxation in our jaw and in our throat and our facial muscles. So to begin, we're going to inhale, exhale, and then Om 3 times. So inhale, exhale, inhale again. feeling that little vibration in between your teeth at the end. Inhale again. And then one more, and really feeling that vibrational healing. And thank yourself for giving yourself the time to move slowly with awareness and knowing you can bring yourself to your breath into this space of awareness and to allowing that calmness to come into your whole being throughout your day, helping yourself along the way, whatever you're doing. And I'm very grateful for you being here today. Namaste.